Hello, good afternoon. I am here today to talk to you about your body, and I want to hear from you. I want you to give me a hands up, give me a like, give me a hell yeah in the comments if you feel like you just don't even know your own body anymore. Maybe you just don't recognize it when you look in the mirror, or maybe you're just like, I used to know what my body needed and how to keep in shape, and now I have just got no clue. This is the experience that so many women that we work with have before they join us in the Nourish method. And what they tell us is that, firstly, they've just got no idea anymore how to fuel their bodies in a way where they feel good and they can actually maintain a healthy weight. And they used to know how because they used to do diets and they used to do workouts and various other things that kept them in shape and kept them feeling good. But when they try those things now, those things that they used to do when they're in their 20s and their 30s, when they try those things now, they're just not working. They're not getting the results. They're not seeing any changes. They feel like crap. They feel low, they feel tired, they feel irritable, they've got brain fog, and ultimately they're just not seeing any movement on the scales. Or if they do, then it's really, really hard work and the results just don't last. So that's the experience that so many of the women that we work with have. And at the same time, not only are they finding that the weight's difficult to lose, but they're finding that it's not behaving in the same way that it used to. They often find that the weight is more prone to going on around their tummy, whereas before, when they were a little younger, the weight went on around their bum and their hips, but they usually maintained a fairly, defined waist. So this is really common, particularly with hormonal imbalances as we approach menopause. And the reality is that your body is changing. There's huge shifts happening in your body, really during your late 30s, early 40s, you're starting to shift your hormones as your ovaries start to reduce the amount of hormones they're producing. And that has a big impact on your body because hormones are so powerful. And the impact of that is that your body behaves differently and responds differently to the food that you're putting into your body, to the workouts that you're doing, to the amount of sleep that you're getting, to the stresses that are in your environment, to the toxins that are in your environment. So you pretty much lose resilience as your hormones change. And it means that you can't get away with the things that you used to get away with, with the sleep deprivation, with the high stress levels, with the go, go, go lifestyle. And, when you were younger, you could just reduce down the calories, you could cut out a food group, cut out some fats, and the weight would come off. And it might have been easy, it might have been hard, but you knew you could get the weight off. But as you get older, that your body doesn't respond so well to that because your metabolism is more sluggish, you're less sensitive to the effects of insulin. So basically your blood sugars are less balanced. You're often more inflamed and your hormones are, of course, more imbalanced as well. So there's loads of stuff working against you, which makes it so that the typical approaches, the typical diets just don't work because they're not really solving the problem. The problem now isn't that you're overeating or that you're under exercising. Of course, there's an element of needing to, not overeat and to be moving your body. But in our experience, what we find is that, yeah, it's a piece of the puzzle, but it's not a very big piece of the puzzle. And actually, the bigger pieces of the puzzle are these underlying imbalances that are causing your body to not respond in the same way to those efforts, to the foods that you eat, and have a very different stress response to when things are not quite as your body needs it. So ultimately, your body has very different nutritional needs, exercise needs, and various other things. And that is why it's so much more difficult to lose the weight when you are approaching it from a restrictive angle. But actually, if you approach it from more of a nourishing angle, where you're looking at, well, what does my body need? What's it missing? What's it and what's out of balance? And when you look at it from that angle and you provide your body with what it needs, that's when you see the results. That's when you feel really good. And that's when it's sustainable as well. Because at the end of the day, you're never going to sustain weight loss if you're trying to live off, a few hundred calories a day just to keep the weight off. So when you work on the things that are causing the problem, the things that are causing the imbalances, the things that are contributing to a sluggish metabolism, that's when you see the real results. So what I want you to take from this is that it's not your fault. It's not your fault that the results are slow. It's the diet's fault. It's not the right approach for you right now. And you need a different approach because your body is different to how it used to be. So if this is resonating with you and you're feeling, yeah, this makes sense why I haven't seen the results, first of all, give this video a like, because when you do that, Facebook shows it to more people and we'd be so appreciative of that. But also make sure you send us a message, send us a direct message and let us know what is your biggest challenge when it comes to your health or your weight loss. Tell us about what your problem is and we'll have a little brainstorm with you and see if we can come up with what it is you need to start seeing some results. So if this has been helpful, make sure you give us a like and I'll be back soon with another topic to talk about. Bye.